Hello Stardust, I'm Soda. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about makeup, fragrance, and luxury product. Today we're going to be talking about Hermes Oasis Sandals. And today I'm going to be also brushing roughly through orange sandals. This is the Oasis Sandals. The orange sandals are basically the same thing, but they simply do not have the heels like this one does. First, let's talk about orange sandals that were introduced to Hermes in 1997. They are iconic Hermes H-cutout sandals that are usually made out of calf leather. Orange are currently retailing for $760 and the Oasis are currently retailing for $830. I got this pair back in June. It's been 5 months since I have purchased them and I got them as a gift for my mother. It was her birthday and I wanted to do something special for her. I didn't want to get her the orange slippers because I've seen it everywhere, especially after being in Bali and seeing so many knockoffs. Just my heart didn't feel right getting her the orange ones, so that's why I get her Oasis. My experience at the Hermes store was overall neutral. I already knew exactly what I wanted. I bought them in Kuala Lumpur International Airport for about $800, but the price has increased since, or I'm assuming that maybe I bought it tax-free and that's why I bought it cheaper. The price of these sandals do increase annually for about 10%. When it comes to the sizing, I don't know if I'm the only one that faced this issue. When I tried on the size 37, on my left leg it was too small and on my right leg it was too big. So I was very confused because the shoes didn't fit right. So I had to ask them if it has been worn before or if it's a display item, but they assured me that it was brand new item, which was extremely weird. Then I asked to try out size 37 and a half. They brought it out, I tried it on, and it was a perfect fit. I do think for Hermes sandals, you really have to go to the store and try them on. It fits very different for everybody. And the fact that the sales associate was assuring me that the size 37 was never worn, it gave me kind of an ick because why it fits totally different if it has never been worn. I'm not so sure. I don't know if any of you have faced this before, but I ended up purchasing for my mom size 39. My mom wears size 39. When she initially tried it on, she felt like it's a little bit small for her, so we ended up going to the Hermes store to try on 39 and a half, but it was too big, so therefore we ended up just keeping the size 39. And over time, since the leather breaks in, it does loosen up. She did mention that they're uncomfortable, but she was wondering maybe it's because she has not worn heels for a really long time. She likes wearing flat sandals. Even though this is only 5 centimeter heels, she says that it's not as comfortable. However, I tried to wear test them for a day, and in my opinion, these shoes for me on the side here, it kept really rubbing my pinky really badly. My pinky started having blisters in about 2 hours of wear. I know that people with white feet were having problems with these sandals, but I have narrow feet. That's not my issue. My issue was that my pinky kept rubbing at the edge, and these sandals are already 5 months old. It has already been more or less broken in, but as you can see, they're still very structured. Maybe this side is more softer, but regardless, after wearing 5 months, it's still not comfortable enough. I know people say that you have to break into the shoes, and over time, I don't know how long is the overtime. Is it a year? Is it 2 years until they get comfortable? This is the box that the sandals came in. Usually when it's right out of the store, it's with a bow. It looks really cute. But obviously these shoes already have been used. So when you open it, you have two dust bags and inside them you have the slippers. The dust bags feel very high quality. It feels very sturdy and you can tell that this material is really going to protect the shoes. The shoe comes with paper padding. This feels like a very high quality tissue in order for you to be able to insert it here, and the shoes is gonna keep its shape. The Oasis that I have is black in color and it has white stitching. The bottom of the shoe is made out of leather and you can see how little stones have really went into the heels. If you want to keep the shoes in a better condition, you can always get the rubber to stick on the shoes, and plus it's going to be less slippery. But this is how the shoe is looking after 5 months of wear. We have the Hermes logo embedded here. We also have Hermes logo embedded in the sole. There is just minor padding just on the heel here. The tips do not have any padding. We live in tropical condition, but as you can see, the leather has not been affected. You can wear the shoes under the rain. It's not really gonna be a problem. You can see just minor creasing on the top edge area. The bottom is not very much visible. The only place that you can see the creasing for time being is right here on the top edge section. This is where the code is located on Oasis. This is the right hand side on the right side and the left hand side on the left side. These heels do not have any texture at the bottom of the sole, so therefore when it rains, they are really slippery. Please be careful, you can actually slip and fall. I would recommend you to stick on a rubber sole, especially on Oasis, because obviously it has a small heel and I don't want you breaking a leg. And unless you're trying to really keep your score with Hermes and having that purchase history in order to be able to get a Kelly or a Birkin later on, you can always buy them in pre-loved market. But however, do make sure to try them on. As already mentioned, these shoes you have to break into, and if they're already broken into, it can take the shape or the size of the feet that has worn before. I personally would not recommend blind buying pre-loved Hermes sandals. You definitely have to try them on. Also, for $830 price tag, these are not hand stitched, these are machine stitched. I personally can't really justify that price tag. If you do find the slippers in pre-loved market and you've been really wanting them, I do think that it's a good idea to purchase them for half of the price. Having said that, do I think that these sandals are worth the price? $830? I personally do not think that they're worth the price, especially considering the comfort level. With Louboutin heels, they are uncomfortable, but at least you look sexy in them. Louboutin heels cost cheaper, or I would want to get myself Dior heels, Jimmy Choo heels. Definitely not sandals for that price.